Fluorescent lighting was first commercialized in the 1930s. So this lighting technology is 90 years old. And it was really the workhorse of the industry. Anytime you needed a lot of light and you had long operating hours, fluorescent was a great solution. Compact fluorescent lamps were introduced in the late 1970s, early 1980s in response to the oil shocks, and it's essentially a condensed version of fluorescent.
Let me explain what a fluorescent lamp is. It's actually a low pressure discharge lamp. That's an electrical current passing through a low pressure gas with mercury vapor in it. That mercury vapor is excited by the electrical current, produces ultraviolet light, which is then converted to visible light through a phosphor which fluoresces, hence the name fluorescent lamp. They were good 100 years ago, but technology moves on, and there are now a lot better alternatives that don't use mercury and are much more efficient and last a lot longer.
Both compact fluorescent lamps and linear fluorescent lamps both contain mercury, and relative to LED, they're both an inefficient light source that is out of date, it's seen its day, and it's time to say farewell to fluorescent. So here we are today in the London School of Mosaic, and I am in the process of changing the lighting in the library. We have one fixture in this room which contains two of these 5-foot T8 lamps, which is a 58-watt lamp. And we're switching that out and replacing it with an LED tube, which uses less than half the amount of power. This is a 24-watt, which screws in and replaces the 58-watt. And you can see they're the same size. They have the same pins on the end. You can fit them directly into the same fixture, and you're saving energy from the moment you do. Very easy to install. It's a fit and forget, plug and play, just straightforward. Change the bulb, and you've cut your power consumption by more than half. And now you can see what we've wired up in here, because we have two identical fixtures, is we have two power meters. And we're measuring the power consumed. On this side, we have LED, and on this side, we have fluorescent. And on the fluorescent side, you can see we have 114 watts of power being consumed by these two 58-watt lamps. And on the LED side, we're only consuming 53.8 watts, so 54 watts of power on the LED side. Comparing 114 watts to 54, you've now cut your power consumption by 60 watts by switching to LED. That's more than half. Another great advantage of LED lighting is it lasts 2 to 3 times longer than the fluorescent lamps that are being replaced. So, for example, the fluorescent lamp that we took out today, this is a 20,000-hour lamp. So that will last you about 5 years in an office that runs the lights around 10 to 12 hours per day. So it's about a 5-year lamp. The LED lamp, on the other hand, instead of 20,000 hours, this one will last you for 50,000 hours. So it's 2.5 times longer, which means you can get over 12 years, 13 years of life when you install this tube. And you're going to be cutting your power consumption, as we discussed earlier, by more than half the whole time they're running. LED lamps are more expensive than traditional fluorescent lighting. However, they pay for themselves over time through the energy savings. So to summarize, what we've done today is we've changed the lighting in this office from fluorescent lighting to LED. And in doing so, we've got the same level of lighting that we had previously. We've cut the power consumption by more than half. We've installed lamps that will last 2 to 3 times longer. And we've installed lamps that contain absolutely no mercury. As we speak, that transition is happening. People are replacing their fluorescent and their HID with LED solutions. They're realizing the energy savings benefit. They're removing mercury from their home. They're getting the longer life, all the benefits that come with switching to LED. And what the Minamata Convention is doing is it's looking at these products and it's asking whether it makes sense to continue the exemption for fluorescent lighting. Our campaign is working to try to raise awareness around this and to demonstrate that, in fact, the time is now. There's no need to wait. We can move forward with LED lighting, and all the countries around the world will benefit from the energy savings, from less mercury, the longer life, and the quality of light improvement that comes with LED.